What's going on, guys? Kaz Cray back with another Baltimore State video. This time the Stallions are going to be taking on the UTEP Miners. Last year, UTEP gave us a pretty tough game. They ended up making it a lot closer than it probably should have been. It was 38-30 last year. So hopefully, Baltimore State actually can just handle UTEP and not let them linger around. But we'll find out. As Baltimore State wins the toss again, they kick it off. Aaron Manley with a huge kick, and we are underway. As Terry Janelle going to take it out of the end zone. Janelle gets a pretty decent return out of it, 26 yards. So the Miners will start with the ball at the 25-yard line. Here's Ryan Metz, the quarterback for the Miners. He throws it to Napier. Napier with a 9-yard gain, just shy of the first down marker, but that brings up a 2nd and 1. Ryan Metz had a really good game last year. This time around, hopefully we can hold him down as he's sacked on the 2nd down play. That's Kevin Hodges on the sack. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Miners. There's Metz back to pass. He steps up in the pocket, and he's going to go deep to Eddie Senegal. CJ Hunter completely out of position, and Senegal is going to have himself a long touchdown catch. 75 yards down the sideline. As they're running cover 2. And it just looked like CJ Hunter completely bit on the crossing route that Patrick Sutter already had low in hand. And Senegal's able to go down the sideline for an easy touchdown. So the Miners take an early 7-0 lead. But now Baltimore State with the football at the 25. Gibson going to hand it off to Jordan Burrell. Burrell with a 3-yard gain. He finally got a touchdown this season. Are you looking for more on this one? Here's Gibson on the read option. Gibson able to get past a few defenders, and he fights forward for a 16-yard gain and a big first down. Just shy of midfield. So now it's 1st and 10. Here's Gibson. He's going to throw it right side, and he's nearly intercepted by Nick Needham. So underthrow right there. He's looking for Harewood, but underthrew him. Now 2nd and 10. Burrell going to get the carry again. He bounces outside, and Burrell has some space down to the 41-yard line as the Stallions enter Miner territory. 1st and 10. Another handoff to Burrell. Burrell cuts inside and gets about 5 yards. We haven't really seen Burrell make cuts like that too often. Now 2nd and 5. Jacob Spain checks in on the toss play. Gets 3 yards. Now 3rd and 1. Gibson into the play fake to Burrell. Gibson checking down the field. He's just going to run this one. And he's brought down at the 21-yard line. And Gibson is shaken up on the play. This is why he needs to get out of bounds or slide. As Franklin Jones checks in the game. Jones is going to scramble to the right. Throws it short to Burrell. Burrell breaks a tackle. And Burrell gets to the 11-yard line. So now a 2nd and 1. Gibson should be back in the game. Just hurt his abdominal muscle as Burrell with the carry. Gets a 4-yard gain in the play. So now another first down, a 1st and goal now. Gibson back into the game now. He's under pressure, throws it to Spain. And Spain gets 4 yards on the play. Now a 2nd and goal. There's a handoff from the read option. Burrell up the middle. And he's just short of the end zone. So now a 3rd and goal. Still in the goal line set. Let's see what they do. Gibson going to hand off to Burrell again. And this time Jordan Burrell gets his 2nd touchdown of the season from 1 yard out. And Baltimore State ties the football game up. Manley going to kick it deep to Janelle. And he's going to get the return. He takes it out of the end zone again. And Janelle hit hard by Demrick Cole. And Francis picks it up. Francis is going to have himself a return for a touchdown. It's going to be called back by a clipping call. But still a great hit by Demrick Cole. Knocked the ball out of Janelle's hands. Patrick Sutter with the clipping call. So now the Stallions have the ball in Miner territory again. Here's Gibson under pressure, and he's brought down. He just held the ball for way too long. Didn't have anybody open. He probably should have just ran it a little quicker. Now 2nd and 6 as Burrell gets the handoff from the read option, but loses 3 yards. Mike Soto with a huge hit. Now it's a 3rd and 19. Here's Gibson. He's going to scramble. Let's see what he does here. He has plenty of space. He definitely has enough for the first down. He has a lot more than that. And Gibson brought down at the 4-yard line, so a big gain on 3rd and 19. Gets the Stallions inside the 5. So Gibson going to pitch it out to Burrell. Burrell plenty of space, and he's going to have his 2nd touchdown of the game. 3rd of the season. He had 1 coming into this game. Now in the first quarter, he has 2 rushing touchdowns, so a 14-7 lead for Baltimore State. It's going to be Miners' ball as Trayvon Hughes gets the handoff. It's about 6 yards on the play. Now it's 2nd and 4. There's another handoff to Hughes up the middle, and Lakeem Foster tackles Hughes into the first down marker. So at 1st and 10. Here's Metz. He's going to go deep, and he has Napier wide open. Napier down to the 28-yard line, and now it's looking like the Miners are about to tie this game up. Here's a screen pass to Hughes. Hughes gets hit hard, as that'll end the first quarter. Baltimore State leads 14-7. The Miners struck first, but the Stallions were able to answer right back. Let's see if they can keep it up. So now we have a 3rd and 8 to start the second quarter. Here's Metz. He's going to go left side to Janelle. He gets the completion for 5 yards, but steps out of bounds. Needed 8. So the Miners will kick a field goal. Here's the kick, and it goes wide right. No good. So Baltimore State gets the ball back with a 7-point lead intact. Here's a handoff to Burrell. Burrell can't get too far. It's about 3 yards on the play now. 2nd and 7. A pitch left side to Burrell. This time he gets about 4. So now 3rd and 3 for Baltimore State. They have 4 receivers in the game. Here's the blitz by the Miners. Gibson gets it to Spain immediately, and Spain is out past midfield. So now 1st and 10 for Baltimore State as they look to put some more points on the board. Gibson back to pass. Plenty of time to throw. He's going to throw it and nearly intercepted again. Gibson should have 2 interceptions thrown at this point in the game, but he doesn't. And he's very fortunate. Here's Spain on the handoff. Goes nowhere. Now 3rd and 10 for the Stallions. Here's Gibson. He's going to go left side, and he finds Spain again, and another first down for Spain on 3rd down. It's been very clutch on this drive so far. And he's in motion again. Gibson going to fake it to Burrell. Gibson under pressure, breaks the tackle, and he's nearly intercepted for his trouble again, but a great job by Gibson to evade the sack. Baltimore State with 5 receivers for 2nd and 10. Here's Gibson. He's going to throw it underneath to Muasabi Conley, and Conley gets out past the 25-yard line. A 15-yard gain in the play. That brings up another first down for Baltimore State. Here's the fake to Spain on the read option. Gibson going to pitch it to Burrell, and Burrell just short of the end zone. A 21-yard gain in the play, and a smart decision. Gibson gets rattled, but he's able to get the pitch out to Burrell. Sometimes he fumbles it on those type of plays. But instead, a 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Gibson changes the play at the line. He's going to hand it off to Burrell, and Sky Logan just dominates E.J. Lillincole. So maybe Gibson should have kept the original play, but now 2nd and goal. Here's a handoff to Burrell up the middle, and that's the 3rd touchdown of the half for Jordan Burrell. After he only had 1 coming into this game, he now has 3. Now Baltimore State kicks it off. Here's Janelle on the return again. So hopefully he doesn't fumble it. This time he gets up the left side, and CJ Hunter with a huge hit at the 45-yard line. The Miners have great field position. Here's a 1st and 10. And there's Tyler Batson dodging defenders on the screen play. Gets 10 yards just shy of the first down marker, but now a 2nd and inches. Handoff to Hughes up the middle, and Hughes able to get past the 40 with an 8-yard carry. He hasn't been getting a lot of carries in this game, but he's been effective when he's run it. Now 2nd and 9, he's a throw to Janelle. Janelle gets out of bounds at the 24-yard line. So now 1st and 10 for Baltimore State. Matt's going to fake it to Hughes this time. He throws it to Napier, and Hunter can't bring him down, but Hudson with a huge hit from behind. And Napier still gets 20 yards in the first down. So 1st and goal. Here's the fake to Hughes. Here's a throw to Batson in the end zone for a touchdown. And the Miners come within 1 possession as Ryan Metz having an amazing game so far. 10 for 10 and 2 touchdown passes. So now the Miners kicking it off to Baltimore State, and Jacob Spain takes this out of the end zone, deep in the end zone, and he's not going to regret this decision as he does it again. Nobody's catching Jacob Spain in the open field as he has a 108-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Breaks his old record of 106. And You know, you just can't question him. Like, Jacob Spain is probably the one returner in college football right now that you cannot ever question when they take the ball out of the end zone. Because if he takes it out, it's a touchdown. Baltimore State takes a 28-14 lead as Ryan Metz runs the option. Gets about 7 yards on the play. Now 2nd and 3. Just under 3 minutes to go for the Miners. Here's Metz. He's going to throw it short to Jackson, and a huge hit by Brennan Albert. And Jackson loses 2 yards. Jackson was a pretty big part of the game last year, but this time not so much. Now 3rd and 5. Here's Metz. He's going to try to run it, and he's sacked. That's Lakeem Foster, who's been really quiet this year, getting his first sack of the game. So Baltimore State doing pretty well on offense, and mainly keeping the ball on the ground, trying to keep Lewis Gibson from making too many mistakes. And they're doing a good job so far as he throws a screen to Javier Harewood for 3 yards. Baltimore State goes no huddle. There's Gibson. He's going to go left side to Spain, and Spain makes the catch with the first down. A 7-yard gain on the play. So now it's a 1st and 10. Gibson going to roll right. He's going to throw it deep, and he has Blackman, and Blackman steps out of bounds at the 16-yard line, 17. So now 1st and 10. Here's Gibson. He's not going to pitch it. He probably should have, but he gets 4 yards on the play nonetheless. Just over a minute to go. 2nd and 6. Gibson going to scramble. He's running very lethargically, and he's brought down from behind. An 11-yard loss on the play. Larry Fields on the sack. Now 3rd and 17. Here's Gibson. Over the middle to Duncan, and Jadarius Duncan has himself a touchdown. Duncan not getting a whole lot of playing time with Spain moving the receiver, but he makes a big play right there, and he reminds Baltimore State fans why he was such a big part of the offense last year. As Baltimore State takes a 35-14 lead. Here's a screen pass on 1st and 10. It's Hughes. Clay can't bring him down, but Kegler comes from behind. 12-yard gain in the first down. 26 seconds to go for UTEP. Here's Metz. He's under pressure. He's going to throw left side to Napier. Napier breaks the tackle, but then he's hit hard by Kegler. Now 2nd and 9. Here's Metz. He's going to scramble. He's going to run this one. And he's hit hard again by Kegler. Kegler making all sorts of hits on this drive. Now 3rd and 3. Here's Metz. Going left side, and he has a wide open Terry Janelle. Janelle hit hard by Albert. Now 9 seconds to go for the Miners and 1 timeout. Here's Metz. He's going to scramble, and Wentworth can't bring him down, but Hudson able to finish the job as the Miners end up kicking a field goal, and they make this one. So now it's 35-17 going into halftime. Baltimore State struggling at the beginning of the game, but now they're playing much better football. Let's see if they can keep it up in the second half. I think one thing Baltimore State does have to improve on in the second half is they definitely have to do a better job in coverage. Ryan Metz has not thrown an incompletion so far in this game, and pretty much I feel like the Miners will go as far as Metz goes in this game, and they'll go as far as Baltimore State allows them to go. So in the second half, they really got to tighten up the secondary and make sure that he doesn't beat them. But Baltimore State will start off with the football in the 3rd quarter. Here's Gibson on the play action. He's going to throw it right side, and he has Harewood. Harewood able to get the first down. An 11-yard gain in the play. Now a 2nd and 10 for the Stallions. Gibson going to get about 9 yards on the play. Now a 3rd and inches. Here's a handoff up the middle to Burrell. 3 yards on the play in the first down. So 1st and 10. Gibson back to pass. He's going to dump it off to Burrell, and Burrell tries to hit a juke move. Can't, but he does get a first down. So now 1st and 10. Spain in motion. Here's a handoff to Seymour. Josh Seymour getting his first carry of the game, and he loses 2 yards. Now a 2nd and 12. There's a read option. Handoff to Burrell, and Burrell able to get about 8 yards on the play. Baltimore State is 7 for 7 in 3rd down so far this game. Gibson's going to throw it to Harewood. Now they're 8 for 8. Baltimore State doing a great job on 3rd down. So now 2nd and 9. Here's the fake to Burrell. Gibson's going to throw it right side, and he has Spain who gets his foot in. A 16-yard gain in the first down. Spain able to tap the feet in. So now 1st and goal. Here's Gibson. He's going to scramble right. He has plenty of space, and he's going to step out of bounds after a 6-yard gain. Now 2nd and goal. Gibson going to try to sneak it, and he's pushed backwards. Doesn't lose anything, though. And Gibson going to try again, and he's pushed backwards again. So that's the first failed 3rd down for the Stallions. But they're going to go for it on 4th down. The first 4th down of the game. And they're going to go for it. They're going to call a timeout first. Now they're getting a reset. Tracy goes in motion left side. Here's the pitch to Burrell. And Burrell's in the end zone for his 4th touchdown of the game. And that is a new Baltimore State record, I believe. As he only had 1 touchdown coming into this game, and now it's 4. So Burrell really starting to be utilized properly. As Jamil with the catch on 1st down. 15 yards on the play in the 1st down. Now we go to a 2nd and 9. Here's Metz. He's going to try to scramble. He has space, and he trucks Patrick Suttle and gets out to the 34-yard line. And the 1st down. Here's Metz. He's going to throw over the middle. He finds Napier. Napier just shy of the 20-yard line. So 2nd and 7. They're in the red zone now. Here's Metz. He's going to try to scramble again. He's brought down from behind by Lakeem Foster. 2-yard gain. Now 3rd and 6. Napier in motion for the Miners. Now here's Metz on 3rd and 6. He's going to try to scramble, and he's hit hard by Lynn Collier. And now Terrell will try another field goal, and he's going to miss this one now. There's 2 missed chip shot field goals for Terrell, the kicker for the Miners. And now Baltimore State looks to extend the lead even further. Gibson going to throw right side. He has Harewood. Harewood brought down at the 39-yard line, and a 1st down for Baltimore State. Here's Gibson. Going to throw left side to Spain. Spain gets the 1st down, just barely 11 yards on the play. And that's going to bring an end to the 3rd quarter as Baltimore State starting to dominate UTEP 42-17. So we go in midway through to the 4th quarter, and 6 minutes to go. They're going to pitch it to Jacob Spain, and an easy touchdown for Spain as the Stallions take a 49-17 lead. This game wouldn't get any closer, as we'll just show you pretty much what happened the rest of the game. Here's Metz. He's going to step up and get sacked. That's Sean Walker, the walk-on freshman, gets some work. Now Baltimore State after the punt with just over 4 minutes to go. Here's Seymour. And the true freshman running back, Seymour, is going to get all the way down to the 2-yard line. We've seen him bust off big runs like this before this season. You remember the Texas A&M game where he had that long touchdown to get Baltimore State the lead. Now 1st and goal. Brian Childs, the 4th-string running back, going to get some love, gets the touchdown. And the Stallions up 56-17, but they weren't done there. Here's Childs on the run. And you don't see Brian Childs breaking off a big run like this very often. He's more of a power back. 12 yards on the play. Now we go to a 3rd and 4 with just over a minute to go. Nico Riles at quarterback. He's going to throw it to Blackman, and Blackman's just going to kill the ball right there. But Baltimore State just going to rub salt in the wound now. Miles Reed, the 5th-string running back, gets a touchdown. And Baltimore State would win this one 63-17. As they just rubbed salt all in the wound against the Miners. Jordan Burrell, the player of the game, he had 4 touchdowns in this one after only having 1 coming into this game. And really, this was just a tune-up for UCLA next week. But of course, you can't overlook any opponents, and of course, UTEP only lost to us by 8 last year. And this time around, we put up 46 on them. Well, we put up 63, we won by 46, you know what I mean. And it's a huge game for Baltimore State. They struggled mightily against UTSA last week, so he really had to get a statement victory. And UTEP's not the best team in the world, but any victory in the Conference USA is a statement victory. Now we just got to put it together and somehow upset the #1 team in the nation. As we look at the stats, Lewis Gibson, pretty calm game, 17 for 22, 226 yards and a touchdown. Jordan Burrell had 4 touchdown runs. Childs had 1 touchdown. Spain had 1. Reed had 1 as well. Jacob Spain had over 150 yards of offense, of course, with the kick return for a touchdown as well. And then we look at the defense now. Not too many sacks. We didn't force any turnovers in this one. We had 4 sacks, but that's not a lot for like what we can possibly do. Probably should have had more in this one. And Phil Hayden had 9 extra points. He did a good job. Aaron Manley did not have to punt once, so that's always a good thing. And Jacob Spain had 1 kick return today, and the 1 kick return he had was for a touchdown. That's all that matters. And of course, Ryan Metz had a really good game, 21 for 24. And he had 2 touchdown passes in this one, only 3 incompletions. And of course, Eddie Senegal's touchdown in the first quarter was the only catch he had all game, so we did a good job of locking him up later on. Their defense was just non-existent. They had a few sacks, but other than that, they didn't really do a whole lot. James Terrell, the freshman, missed 2 field goals. 2 very easy field goals that Phil Hayden would probably still miss as well. But other than that, I feel like we played a really good game. And UCLA is next. Thank you guys for watching this video. As always, hit the like button, hit the sub button if you're new. You have a great rest of your day, night, or whenever you're watching this video. I'm out of here. Deuces.